Hey, hello, hello, beautiful women in the room. Welcome to Monetize Your Expertise Masterclass, the Wealthy by Design edition. I am Temi Ajibewa, and tonight we are getting you paid for what you know. I'd love to know where you're watching me from. If you can, put it in the chat, and I'm going to share my screen now and go straight to my presentation. Okay, I trust you can see my screen. Maybe it's coming up in a moment. Yes, you should see it now. Fantastic. So this is the Monetize Your Expertise Masterclass. And we are covering the three steps to package and profit from your knowledge without posting daily or using complicated funnels. All right. So if you are so today in this class, we are getting you paid for what you know. And if you help people transform, if people come to you for advice, or they say, oh, you explain things so well, and people already see you as a go-to person in your industry, sis, you are exactly where you need to be. In this class, I'm going to show you the three-step package, three steps to package and profit from your knowledge without posting daily, dancing on reel, or building complicated funnels, right? Now, in fact, if you've ever looked at someone online and thought, oh, I'm smarter than her. Who is she? Why is she the one getting paid? This session is for you. And this class is for women who know that they've been called for more. I mean, you are gifted, you have expertise, but your bank account is not clapping for you yet. Okay. And if that's you, can you drop a quick that's me in the chat? Just say that's me to me. So I know I'm talking to my people. All right. So this masterclass is for women who have expertise, who have a calling, and who have results. Either results you've had for yourself, results you've had for people, and you're meant to be paid for what you know. And you're tired of posting endlessly with no clients, and you desire premium clients, and you want clarity and confidence. This is your class. Now, I want to know if this sounds like you. You're doing all the things they ask you to do. You are posting constantly, but you are overwhelmed. You are unclear about your offer. You may even be undercharging. Most likely, you are undercharging, but you want premium clients, but you don't know how to attract them. For some reason, you just don't know how to attract them. Well, let me introduce myself to you just in case you don't know who I am and you are wondering, who is this person talking to me? My name is Dr. Temi Ajibewa, and I'm here to help thought leaders, experts, coaches, speakers, authors, therapists, consultants, and so on to build the business they love. And this is particularly for people who are ready to impact the world with their knowledge. And I've done this now for over 10 years, right? But before we go too far, let me tell you a quick story because I wasn't always this Tammy that you now see. This Tammy who is clearly confident and monetized. I used to post everywhere. On Instagram, I would post on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. I was posting like my destiny depended on it. But let me tell you the truth. I realized that posting is equal to exhausting. Yes, more posting was equal to more exhaustion for me. It was me hustling, right? And I realized that that wasn't what I wanted, right? That wasn't what I wanted. Even though I was showing up, I was giving value, but I was not seeing real money. I was exhausted, I was burnt out, I was confused. And the worst part was I was seeing, women who I knew I was more experienced than, women who I knew I was more qualified than, women who were doing less than me, but they were getting premium clients that I wasn't, right? And then I said, God, what am I missing? Right. I'm posting more than these people. I'm working harder than those people. Why is the money not showing up for me? And that was when I realized something that changed my life, right? I realized that posting is not the strategy, okay? Positioning is. It is how I position myself that determines how I begin to get paid. So even though I had certifications, right, across board, from peak performance to life coaching to a restorative hypnosis to therapy to all of that, but I wasn't making bank because my positioning was wrong, right? And so I could not attract premium clients. I didn't even have the clarity to attract premium clients. But the moment I began to shift, I remember one coach telling me that, Tammy, you are saying everything but nothing, right? I was too worthy. I was too worthy. Those were his words. That you are so worthy. You say a lot, but you're saying nothing. I knew I did not have clarity. And that was the moment everything began to shift for me. I began to see more results. So, in fact, if you've ever looked at someone and then you thought, oh, I'm smarter than her, why should the one getting paid? This session is for you, right? This class is for the woman who knows she's called for more. She's gifted, she has expertise, but her bank account is not clapping for her yet. Now, at the end of tonight, you will walk away with a couple of things, right? You will walk away with clarity on the value of your expertise. All right. And then you walk away with three simple step framework to package what you know. And then you get the messaging tools to attract premium clients. And of course, a clear next step to actually start monetizing your expertise, to start monetizing what you know for sure. All right. Now, let me know in the chat if that sounds like something that you are willing to learn, something you are willing to sit through. I hope so. I hope so. All right. Now, just for you to be clear, is that I'm not here to give you any complexity. So if you're looking for complex jargons and stuff, that's not my thing. I teach simplicity, right? No complexity, no overwhelm. I also really believe in enjoying what I do. I try to find fun in what I do, and I believe that this is one of my purpose on earth, to empower experts to make more money doing what they love. And of course, I don't have a 6 month strategy. I don't have it. I don't use it, right? All I'm offering here is clarity, confidence, direction, and results for you. Right? Now, and let me say this early. You're not here by accident. Okay? You're not here to just check this out. No, right? No, you're not. And you are here because something in you is ready for clarity, ready for confidence, and very importantly, ready for premium clients. Oh, yes, premium clients. And yes, you're ready for the next level of your calling. Yes. And tonight we will align your expertise with your income. If you noticed a disparity between your expertise, what you really know, what you're good at, how you show up, and your income, tonight we will bridge that gap. All right. Now, let me tell you, in case you're here right now and you just feel like you don't know what next to do, like you feel stuck in where you are, I'm going to show you a couple of reasons that may be responsible for this, right? I say this is why many women are stuck. So number one is, most women don't fail because they are not smart, right? They fail because they are overwhelmed, they are confused, and they are invisible online. These are one of the primary reasons you are overwhelmed. What do I mean? There's a lot of noise going on. There's a lot of strategy, a lot of frameworks, methods that everybody's asking you to try. There's a lot of adverts. It's a lot of noise that you hear every single time that you literally have to sift through. When you are in your DM, you are getting messages, pitches, cold pitches. People are asking you to just come and go this way. And then you find yourself, when you want to implement, you find yourself implementing one, two, three things together. And this leads to what? It leads to confusion. And because you are confused, you don't take action. So one moment you are overwhelmed, the next you are confused, and then this just leads you to becoming invisible online because you don't even know how to show up online. And so you stop showing up online. Another reason women are stuck is that they are doing too much of the wrong things, too much, and not enough of the right thing. Now, I wish it was because they don't know the right thing. No, they know it. They know they have to do this, but they just get stuck in the accountability that is required to do the hard stuff. These are the right things, but they are the hard stuff. Things that need them to just push out of their comfort zone. And because of this, they stay stuck. So they are doing all the wrong things that are easier to do. Things that, yeah, just post this, just share this story, and then that's it. But when we say, hey, build a system, design a structure, they're like, oh no, not this thing again. Right? But tonight, we fix that. Yes, in this class, we fix that. So let's talk about the three big mistakes that's keeping women underpaid, right? And let's break it down. Let's break down the real reason so many brilliant women are still underpaid. I mean, brilliant women who are really good at what they do. People admire them. People say, oh, yes, she's good at what she does, right? And I'll tell you, number one, because it's not talent. It is not talent. Definitely, it's not talent. It's not education. Oh no, it's not. In fact, most times we are over educated. Over. Someone like me, I have two diplomas, I have two undergraduate degrees, and I have 17 certifications across board, right? From BA in English to LLB in law, right? I've got it all. And certifications, oh my God. And licenses, tons of them. So it's never about the education. And of course, it's not also about the effort. We are hardworking women. Women who come up as visionary women, we are hardworking. We work late into the night. We work early in the morning. We can't even sleep and really rest because our brains are still working. And with the AI these days, we are chatting with AI consistently, trying to refine something, trying to gain clarity on something. It's a lot that we are doing. And obviously, it's not intelligence. Hello. Have you met us? We are super, super duper intelligent that even sometimes our men or our partners are intimidated by our intelligence at how smart we are. But what is wrong? It's the strategy. It is the strategy. And there are three big mistakes I see women making every day. And the painful part is these mistakes look like the right work, but they keep you invisible and they keep you broke. So let's break them down very, very quickly. Mistake number one is posting your way into profits. Sis, can I be honest with you? Posting is not a monetization strategy. It is not. It is not. If posting was the secret to success, some of us would be billionaires right now. And I can tell you for free because I used to post 3 times a day on Instagram. 3 times a day. So I will do a reel in the morning, talking head reel in the morning, carousel in the afternoon, and a B-roll reel in the evening. 3 times a day on my page. But guess what? I couldn't even boast of 10K months then. I couldn't use some months I wouldn't even be able to boast of 2K months. I'm telling you, from that social media. And that's why I said boasting is brand visibility, but not expert monetization. So people will come to my page and say, oh, yes, you have 50,000 followers. In fact, I had 72,000 followers by the time my account got hacked last year, over a year ago. And since then, guess what? I've not had Instagram. Since then, I've not had Instagram to say I want to post on my page. They brought back the page for about a month. Later again, it was back to being suspended. But if it was my only monetization strategy, by now I would be in debt. So posting is good for your brand visibility. They get to know you and it feeds your ego, but it is not expert monetization. So posting gives you likes, positioning gives you clients, posting gives you views. That's it. Packaging gives you value, posting gives you exposure. All right. Clear messaging gives you income, and you will see heads nodding at this. I mean, when you begin to really move into your uh your zone of messaging, you will see people acknowledging and saying yes, they want you. That is them saying yes, they want to come into your space. Not just to come into your space, but to buy from you. All right. So let me tell you about one of my clients, Mary. So Mary was a coach and she is brilliant. She's passionate. She's hardworking, right? And she had clients, but since they were not the kind of clients she prayed for because they were draining her. They were over negotiating and they were inconsistent. But she was posting nonstop, right? And she came to me saying, Coach Amy, I'm tired. I want better clients, right? I want higher quality, higher commitment, higher pay. And all she needed to do was to reposition herself as a premium expert. And so we did three things for her. One, we fixed her messaging. Two, we defined her premium transformation. That is what she brought to the table. Like we became really, really clear at it. And then we adjusted our offer positioning, right? And 2 weeks later, yes, 2 weeks later, she came back with a testimony. She had a first premium client show up. Yes, the same woman, the same expertise, the same niche, but different positioning. And then she said, Coach, I just received a payment of $2,000 for coaching and consulting in a school. I know I have not executed all in BYB, that's in my program, but I know the strategies I have executed so far has worked. Thank you, Kotemi, for helping me to know what I am capable of charging. I used to charge how much? Can you see how much she used to charge? She used to charge $200 for that same service. $200 for it. But do you see what happened there? Do you see? Her positioning changed things. Her positioning changed things. And in 2 weeks, she was able to move herself from being underpaid with all the expertise, all the knowledge to getting real pay. That's 10x. She 10x'd have trees and she got paid under 2 weeks. Now, mistake number two that you may be making is low ticket everything. Yes, low ticket everything. This is the low value, low money cycle that a lot of women find themselves in. So women tell me all the time, tell me, I don't know why people don't buy. And I tell them, sis, it's because you're selling the wrong thing. Yes, the thing you're selling is wrong for you, right? So, what do I mean? Low ticket attracts low commitments. That's it. Low ticket attracts low urgency. Low ticket attracts low transformation, definitely low transformation. And it attracts low confidence clients. And it also attracts low energy in all. Yes. The room will be full of people who don't really feel like, yes, they need to go all out to get results in this, right? But premium clients pay more because they are ready for more. Do you see? Premium clients pay more because what? They are ready for more. And you, my dear, you're not a low ticket woman. Your calling is way too big for that. So that's why I want you to meet Sandra. So Sandra she wasn't new. As a coach, she had experience, she had receipts, but her prices, they were giving what I call suffer head. Suffer head means you just want to suffer, so long suffering. You want to just suffer through things, right? She was into importation and she was doing really well in the business. And she said to me, Tammy, I want to work with better clients, higher quality, higher pay. I said, okay, say no more. Right. And then, so what did we do? I said, stop presenting yourself like a bargain bin coach. Yes, a bargain bin coach is a coach that everyone just comes and dump themselves on because they believe that, oh, you will take it. You take any trash they throw into you. Right. And so I told her, I said, let's position you for premium clients. And boom, she signed 10 premium clients in 1 month. 10 in 1 month. So now, this clearly shows the quality of your client is a reflection of what? Your positioning. Yes. Yes, the quality of your client reflects your positioning. If you are well positioned, if you look like and you sound like who people are looking for, they will pay you well for your time and for your services. That's it. It's that simple, really. It is that simple. So look at her. She said, "Good morning, coaches of life. I have come to say a heavy thank you to the one and only electrifying Tammy and my direct coach Tammy. I have been so into creating my course. After my webinar, I had 10 students for $399, even with the countless errors. Can you imagine that? Now we're running up on of the course by next week. Now, this woman is based in a country where $400 is a lot. $400 is almost equal to $4,000 here in the US, right? This woman charged the charge she was that she made was, I mean, in her country was like way above a $2,000 offer if you compare it to the United States. But she had 10 people paying that with one webinar. And again, it shows something. Clearly, it is a case of what? Positioning, right? And this brings us to the third mistake, building before selling. I see a lot of women do this. It is what we call the perfectionism trap. Okay, so let me expose this one because it's holding so many women back. And since you do not need a logo, a website, last year there was a sister in my church who was sharing a testimony that, oh, finally I've launched my website. She was sharing it among the sisters, and I'm like, she's a coach. She's into relationship coaching. And in my head, I'm like, for one, she was on that project for about 3 months, saying, "Oh, I'll start my website. I'll start my website. It's being built. My backend is being built. I've paid them for it." And I'm telling her, it's not about your website. That's not a thing that you should be waiting on to monetize. And of course, finally it became launched. I said, "Oh, now it's launched." And I was just smiling because she was not listening to me. I'm saying it's not about launching a website. You do not need a website to sell. You don't, right? And then 1 year later, she still hadn't made a sale on the website. 1 year later. And then one day she said, "Oh, I had one sale." And I asked her, "How did they come?" Say, "Oh, they came through my TikTok and then I sent them the link. They now bought." She said, "Oh, you see, that is a funnel. You did not need to have a website to do that transaction. Your website just happened to be the place they can go and pay. If that was a payment link, they would have paid directly as well, right? So you don't need a logo, you don't need a website, you don't need a brand kit. Some people say, "Oh, I'm putting together my brand kit, my brand colors, my this." You don't need it, right? You don't need models and videos and a full curriculum. No, a simple outline of your offer is good enough. You don't need funnels or automations or lead magnets or any of this before you get paid. Yes, you need all of them at some point, but not before you get paid. You want to get paid before you begin to need all those things first. So the truth is that you don't need deliverables. What you need is a transformation. What is the transformation you can help people achieve? If I say, "Okay, right now, I can help you achieve this," you really will not care if I have a landing page that sells it. I say, "I can help you achieve this, and I can show you proof that I can help you achieve it," and you believe me because I've made myself that clear. You're just going to pay me. You will not think of my pedigree or how I sound, right? So your expertise is already valuable. You just don't know how to package it yet. This is the truth. And so here's the shift I want you to make. These three mistakes all boil down to one thing: you are working hard, but you are working on the wrong things. I will say it over and over and over again. Your hard work is not under dispute, just that you are working on the wrong thing, right? And posting online is not the priority, should not be your priority. Packaging is. When I say packaging, I don't mean packaging yourself to look like who you are not. No, I'm not saying, "Oh, look funny," or go and be, or go and, branding. No, no, no. It's not really about branding in this case. Okay. It's more of packaging your system, packaging your process, packaging your solution all through, all round. And content is not a priority. Your clarity should be. Getting clarity on what you, on who you are, what you do, what you sell, all of that should be your priority. And showing up everywhere is not the priority. Okay, right? Showing up, knowing exactly who you help and what you deliver, that is the priority. That should be your priority. All right? So, for me, once I stopped posting endlessly, I stopped undercharging and I stopped building things, no one had asked for. I remember one time I did I had this idea that, "Oh, people would love this program, they would love this course." And I began to build it. I began to record the videos, the worksheets and everything. Then I spoke to someone, who was a business coach, and I told him, "Oh, I've been busy creating this stuff." Then he asked, "Who has bought it?" I said, "No, I'm still creating it. Nobody has bought it yet." And he said, "Then why are you creating it?" I said, "I thought I was to create it too." He said, "No, let's see if anybody likes it. Let's see if anybody would even want it." And so I tried that method. And lo and behold, nobody took the offer. This was an offer I had spent hours, days, weeks trying to create without testing. Nobody wanted it. And so I had to stop undercharging and I stopped building things that no one asked for. And everything began to change for me. So what did I build instead? I built a signature framework. And you can do this under 30 minutes. Then I packaged my brilliance into a syllabus, just an outline, right? Then with that alone, I began to position myself as the go-to expert online. It was no longer, posting 3 times a day again for me. I focus on where are my ideal clients. Oh, they are on LinkedIn. How often do I need to post? Twice a week, thrice a week, and I stayed on that, right? And that is exactly what I am about to show you because I began to get results. I began to get real massive results. Okay. And there are 3 steps every expert woman needs to monetize her brilliance. And we're diving into them right now. These are the 3 steps to this 3 step, I call them wealthy by design monetize method. Now, let's get into the 3 steps every expert woman needs to package and profit from her knowledge. These 3 steps are the same steps I teach inside my Monetize Your Expertise Bootcamp, and the same steps that I have helped hundreds of women finally start making money with what they know. The step 1 is known as clarity, right? This is where you know exactly what you do and who you do it for. Okay. So the first step is to monetizing your expertise is for you to clarify, not random clarity, not confused clarity, not the I help everybody kind of clarity. This one is so common and so annoying for me. When people say, oh no, I can help everybody. I'm like, yes, you can, but can you? I mean, yes, you can help everybody, but can you? Are you able to? No, you're not. Let's be honest. You're not able to. So I'd say you want to have the kind of clarity that focuses on one thing. Then not the I have 10 niches clarity, all because you are multi-passionate, you are multi-potentialite, you are multi-gifted. Then you are into fashion, into health, into relationship, into sex, into parenting. No, you can't be that. What I mean is specific, powerful, and money making clarity. That is what you need. Okay? That is what you need. So let me tell you this. Confusion is expensive and clarity is profitable. So what are the things you need to clarify? I'll tell you. First thing you must clarify is your purpose. Yes. Before you can package your expertise, you must know why you feel called to this work, right? Women don't choose purpose. Purpose chooses women, right? Your gift, it's from your story, your passions, the things women come to you for, the things others come to you for, and it's all connected, right? Purpose is your compass, your offer is the vehicle, and your income is the results. What do I mean? Your purpose shows you exactly where you should direct your energy. And then the offer you create to sell that solution you're trying to offer is the vehicle. And what do you get at the end of the day? You get your income. Yes. Your income becomes the result that you get as a result of following your purpose. Okay? And so the second thing you must clarify is your niche. It's your niche. And again, please note, your niche is not your industry. So you can say, oh, I'm in the health niche or I'm in the business niche. Those are industries. Your niche is the problem you solve and who you solve it for. So you don't just choose a niche, you discover your niche. You discover your niche. Your niche sits in the intersection of what you know, what you've overcome, what you can teach, what people actually pay for. then your niche is usually something you've been doing for free. Yes. I want you guys to think about it. Is there anything you've been doing for free in the past? This speaks to your niche. I want to know in the chats, does anybody have anything they've been doing for free in the past that people compliment you for and they say, oh, wow, you've done really well. You're great at this and all of that. I would love to see that in the chat. Let me know. Let me know if you have anything like that. Right? So it is all about the problem you solve and very importantly, who you solve it for. Yes, who you solve the problem for. The third part of your clarity is the hair on fire problem. The hair on fire problem. To make money, you must solve a hair on fire problem. You cannot afford to solve multivitamin problems. You have to solve real surgery level problem. That's how people would be ready and willing to pay for it. So, a hair on fire problem is urgent, it is immediate, and it is impossible to ignore. Yes, it is urgent, it is immediate, and it is what? It is impossible to, I mean, people can't just, they can't ignore it. All right. And so examples are, for example, in my case, examples of my own air on fire problems are, oh, I need to get clients. Coaches, thought leaders, experts, they need to get clients. Clients is the lifeblood of their business. They say, oh, I'm stuck in my career. That is a hair on fire problem. Why? Because anybody who feels stuck is looking for a way out. Being stuck is not a nice emotion. It's not what you want. People want to go to bed feeling. Okay. An example is my marriage is falling apart. Somebody who cares enough to think of their marriage as falling apart, that person needs help right now. Do you agree with me? Another hair on fire is I need confidence now. When someone says I lack confidence, they are really sharing their vulnerability with you. I've worked with women who feel like, so even though you put a checklist of success on the table, these women would tick every box, yet they still feel lack of confidence. They feel so unconfident that they don't even believe compliments. I was on the call with one of my clients recently, and because I was coaching and I was encouraging her to show up, and look better, she had gone to pick her son from school. And I heard when the boy came into the car, and the boy said, oh, mom, you look really nice. And can you guess what she said? She said, oh, really? Oh, okay. She's like, oh, really? Come on, and come on, come inside, come inside, come inside. She didn't say thank you. And I was on the call. And I said, no, doc. No, 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 no. That boy just complimented you. Why didn't you say thank you? He said, I just feel, I said, no, 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 acknowledge him, right? Tell him thank you for the compliments. And now that is a serious issue for a lot of women because these are women who are in leadership position. They need to show up confident. They need to lead their team and all of that. Another, air on fire problem would be I'm overwhelmed and confused. Right? This is a huge one that if you can help people in your industry to overcome the overwhelm and confusion, or at least reduce it to a large extent, they will go for you. So in the chats, let me know. Let me know in the chat, right? What is the hair on fire problem you can say you solve? I'm really, really interested in knowing that. What is the hair on fire problem you can say you solve? Let's know. So know that clients pay for urgency, not cute outcomes. They pay for what they believe will really, really help. So here's our live exercise. If you are able to do it, I want us to go through the last three clarities that we've mentioned: purpose clarity, niche clarity, and the hair on fire problem. Okay, purpose clarity, niche clarity, and then the hair on fire problem. So if you can, put it down in your notes right now. What do you believe your purpose is? What do you believe you've been called to do, to help people with? Now, by the way, like I mentioned earlier on, I this is something I help my clients with, helping them come up with their purpose. So we have a purpose worksheet that by the time you enter into your you begin to fill out some things, you will come up with your purpose statement, and you'll be able to say, okay, my life is built for this. My life's purpose is related but not limited to this. Okay. Second thing I want you to note is the niche. What is a niche clarity? Okay. What is the problem you solve, and who do you solve it for? Very, very important. And then finally is the hair on fire problem. If you can put it in the chat, I would love to read from you. And let's review. Let's see if you're on track. Okay, good. So let me tell you again about one of my clients. I wanted to meet Fiona. So Fiona knew her purpose. She knew her niche. She knew the problem she solved. Her only issue was that she didn't know how to package it, right? And so she was doing one-on-one sessions. She was giving advice everywhere. She was helping people for free. Her social media was buzzing. She was a very pretty woman. She travels out a lot with her family, and even herself most times. She loves beautiful pictures. She loves beautiful long hair, and nails. She's always looking so polished, having exotic lunches. So she would just teach and teach. People really loved her page, right? And I'm like, why aren't you turning this into something? Right? But she didn't know how to turn it, I expect, into a structured, sellable offer. Right? She had clarity, but no framework. That's the that's the sad part of it. So she knew what she was offering. She knew her client, she knew her offer, she felt aligned with it, but she had no framework to deliver on the clarity. So she couldn't package it into something. And so what we did was that once we package our knowledge into a simple four-step framework, and once we structured our offer properly, and then once she's positioned at transformation clearly, right? Guess what happened? Everything changed. Everything changed. She went from confused to confident, from undercharging or even from doing freemium to premium, and then from helping people for free to getting paid. And packaging changed everything. I remember asking her, so she had a beta launch, right? She had a beta launch, just a few people to work with her. I asked her to get 5 people to work with her for a fee, because all along she wasn't charging a dime for it. So I asked her, can you tell me how much you made with your beta launch and how many days you made it? And she said, good morning, coach. So I made $1,500 in 1 week. She had 4 one-on-ones at $300 each, and 2 people paid for my webinar at $150. This was somebody who had never charged for her expertise. And because now it was something tangible, right, she was able to charge for it, and she was able to get paid for it, right? Good. Now let's go on to step number 2. So we've covered the what, the clarity. The step number 2 is what? Positioning, which is step up as the premium expert you already are. What did I say? Step up as the premium expert you already are. So what do I mean? Once you have clarity, the next step is positioning, because premium clients don't buy skills, they buy certainty, they buy confidence, they buy leadership, they buy transformation, they buy results. Yes, results. Think about the things you pay for yourself. You know that you are paying for them because of the potential results you will get from there. So let me tell you the truth. Most women don't want to hear, and that is, you can be the most gifted person in an industry, but if your positioning is confusing, you will get overlooked. People will just keep hearing you. They would like your comments. They kind of have an idea of what you do, but they will not pay you outrightly for it because you are confusing, right? And that's why I say positioning is how you show up online so that premium clients can recognize you instantly. Again, positioning is how you show up online so that premium clients can recognize you instantly. So, positioning number 1 that you must work on is your expert identity, right? Women often hide behind this service provider energy, but premium clients are looking for a leader. If you are willing to pay premium, you want to trust the person you are paying. You want to believe that they can help you, they can serve you, right? Not someone who tries to be everything to everyone. No, right? But the woman who says, I solve this problem for this person with this outcome, that's who they are looking for. Now, that is what we call expert identity. It is not bragging. Nope, it's not. It is branding. It is when you're really, really clear on exactly what you have to offer, on exactly the solution you carry. It's like me, for example. So I'm typically not up for chit chats. So when people just say, "Oh, coach, I want to just call me randomly," I do not pick up such calls. I say, I know the value I carry. So if you want to pick my brain, you better do it in a structured format. Don't just come around and just come start asking me questions and say that. I say, because I know that even when I cough value. Even when I sneeze value. So I know to always put myself in a great environment that makes me bring out my best, not just randomly. All right. And that is not bragging. When I share that, it is because I know what I carry and it is part of my branding. All right. So the second position you need to have is the clarity signal. Your clarity signal has to be on point. What do I mean? Confused messaging repels premium clients, while clear messaging attracts them. If you're looking to attract premium clients, you must be very, very clear in your messaging. From the title you give your maybe your videos, your posts, your courses, everything has to be clear. You must not leave them guessing, right? Your audience should be able to look at one post and say, yes, she's the woman I need. That is it. One message, one transformation, one kind of woman. What do I mean? I mean, people know you with one message, they know you with one transformation, and they know you as their kind of woman. as the kind of people the kind of person rather that they want to work with. Okay, they are kind of woman. So position number 3 is called the value elevation. The value elevation. This is when you stop posting like a content creator and you start communicating like a category leader. Oh, this part is very important. That was what I was doing. I was posting 3 times a day. I was just posting. Not because if I was a category leader, one post it should be enough for me. It should be enough. 1, 2, 3 posts in a week should do the job. If I do a really good content, right? And there's a difference between, I make cute posts versus I help women create premium outcomes. The way I now say it now, right? So value is not the volume of what you say. Value is the precision of what you say. Somebody needs to put that down. Somebody needs to put that down. Value is not the volume of what you say. Value is the precision of what you say. When people are able to leave the class, leave your presence, leave your page with a specific value they have gotten. It is precise, it's not ambiguous. So again, let's have our our live exercise. Sorry. Yeah, let's have our live exercise. Our live exercise. Let's do that. Given what we have shared so far, I want you to take note of your positioning from your expert identity, right? Who are you trying to be? What's the problem you solve for who? And then the clarity signal is what's the messaging that you want to have? And then how would you start communicating like a category leader? Very, very important. Now, the step 3 in all of this, the third part, the part that fits into the equation is your messaging. This is attracting premium clients without posting daily. So step 3 is your messaging. And since this is where money actually enters your bank account, it enters the chat, okay? Messaging is not about posting more. No, it's about saying the right things to the right people who are ready to pay. Saying the right things to the right people who are ready to pay. So I say, if everything, and please take note of this. Take note of this. This is very, very, very important. I want you to be mindful of not being too wordy, not particular about saying a lot of things and putting a lot of content together, but more about saying the right things to the right people. Okay? When people are, what do you call it? When they are already pre-qualified to hear you, to listen to you and to buy from you. All right? So if everything I've shared so far today has been open, has been opening something inside you, if you felt clarity rising, confidence rising, belief rising, then this next step is for you. And it's simple. You don't need more posting, you don't need more overwhelm, you don't need more information. What you need is implementation. You need structure, you need guidance, and that's exactly why I created the Monetize Your Expertise Boot Camp. Now, in the boot camp, we would work on first your messaging, right? We'll work on your messaging with the you read my mind effects, because premium clients buy when your words mirror the pain they can't articulate. And your messaging should make your clients say, oh, this woman gets me. right? And this is exactly how I feel. Oh, where has she been all my life? I get this one a lot. People say, Coach Amy, where have you been all my life? I hear this a lot, right? And of course, we work on your messaging, the hair on fire messaging. This is when you speak to what keeps your client up at night, not what she hopes to achieve one day. No, 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 at all. You really, really focus on what they need, right? And this is why I would love, love, love to introduce you to the Monetize Your Expertise Bootcamp. But first, I want to know in the chat, have you gotten any value from this class so far? Is this resonating with you? Do you want to share um, a major aha moment that you've had today? I would love to hear this from you. I would love, 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 love to hear this from you. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, let's see. Awesome. Thank you all for thank you all for your comments. Thank you for being here. Okay. So like I said, if everything I just taught here tonight has resonated with your spirit, and if you feel, you felt clarity, you feel conviction, and you feel, that little, yes, this is my time inside you, then sis, the next step for you is simple. Why? You need to take these 3 steps and implement them properly, not halfway, not on your own, and not with confusion, definitely. Now, but with guidance, clarity, support, and a proven framework. And that is exactly why I created the Monetize Your Expertise Bootcamp. So let me show you what's inside the bootcamp and why it is a perfect next step for you. I'd love to introduce you to the 3-day Monetize Your Expertise Bootcamp. Now, this is the 3-day immersive training. It's an experience where I walk you through the exact steps to take what you know and turn it into a premium offer and start attracting clients with confidence. No fluff, no overwhelm, no 12-step funnel. No. All you get is clarity, packaging, and premium positioning done with you. Not done alone, not done by yourself, but done with you. All right? And what the boot camp is and why women love it. Number one, this is not a challenge, it's not a webinar replay, and it's not a course. Okay? It is a 5 days of pure practical strategic clarity to help you package what you know, position yourself as a go-to expert, start attracting premium clients, and finally get paid for your brilliance without posting daily or building complicated funnels, right? It's it's 3 days, right, of pure practical teaching, nothing fluffy, nothing theoretical. You will be doing the work as the days go by, right? So what you achieve in 3 days, let me walk you through what happens inside the bootcamp day by day. On day 1, we will cover your purpose, your niche, and your hair on fire problem. So you will discover who you are called to help, what painful problem you solve, and why your voice matters. Right. You will also learn how to create a clarity statement that positions you immediately as an expert. And then you will walk away saying, oh, I finally know who I help and what I help them solve and the problem I solve, right? So on day 1, you get the Clarity Activation Masterclass, and this is worth $299. On day two, we will package your expertise. You package it into a signature framework plus offer structure. So what do you learn? You will learn how to turn your knowledge into a 3 to 5 step signature framework. I say once it's more than 3 steps, it's already too much, right? And you learn how to build a premium offer that women want. Then you learn how to name your method. You will learn how to create a transformation promise that sells itself. And then you will walk away saying, wow, I actually have real offer inside me. All right. And so your this brings the total value of this to 598. And then we have the third day. That is a premium positioning and simple client attraction system. What do you get? You get your messaging plus your expert identity plus a simple launch strategy. Right here, you will discover how premium clients think, how to show up like the go-to experts, how to attract magnetic messaging, how to attract clients without posting daily. You learn the simple, feminine, aligned 5 clients roadmap. And then you walk away saying, this is so much easier than I thought. And so this brings so plus the day three, this brings the total value of what you're getting to $1,097. But I'm not done. I'm not. You also get this first bonus. This is the expert to profit validation worksheets. This expert clarity, this is your expert clarity activation workbook. You get the workbook to walk you through the entire process. So as you're learning, you're taking notes, you are validating your topic, you are moving step by step into your expert status. Not just expert status, but profitable expert status. And this is valued at for $9. And it brings the total of the boot camp to $1,146. But again, I'm not done. You get bonus two. That is the signature framework templates pack. This is the pack where you will get to create your own signature method, the step-by-step process that people would go through and they will be able to get repeatable, predictable results going through your process. This one is a game changer. In fact, if this is all you get in the boot camp, I dare say it is worth the price of admission. How do I know? I worked with this very amazing woman some 5 years ago. This woman happens to be an official in the global ICF community. That is the International Coaching Federation. And this woman was on my 6 months coaching. And when we got to the framework, she said, Coach Temi, this is what I had been looking for years. I've paid top coaches to help me do this. They couldn't. She said, right now, I feel like I underpaid you. And as at then, this one was my highest paying client. So when we got here, she said, I feel like I underpaid you. But guess what? I will be giving you this template for you to come up with your own signature framework. That way you would never have to rely on any coaching institute to give you a framework to use. And you can now confidently sell your offer as the expert because this is your way. This is your mojo. This is your blood, sweat, and tears. This has your fingerprint on it, right? And this is how you can say, indeed, I am an expert. These are my proven steps. And with this, oh my God, I think the most delicious part of this is when you are now able to offer your clients results predictably, no matter who they are, no matter how old they are or where they come from, as long as they go through your framework, they get results. And this by itself, again, it is worth the price of admission. And it brings the total value of the program to 1,213. But again, I'm not done, right? You also get the premium positioning prompt pack. This pack gives you nuggets, points, and ways to come up with how to introduce yourself and your offer in an authority building way. So you are able to present yourself as a premium brand, right? This is a branding thing because you may have the framework, but if your branding does not portray you as such, guess what? People would not respond to you. And I trust me, I know that. I know that. There was a time when, I was delivering results, but I had, so let me be vulnerable here for a moment. So I got this clients who booked a call with me, like a pick my brain session call. She booked me for 1 hour. We had a pick my brain session. And then when she was done with the call, she said, Kotemi, you are really very brilliant. And I'm like, duh, of course I'm brilliant. He said, no, but you don't look it. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, to be honest. Can I be honest with you? I said, yeah, sure. She said before she booked the call, she told her friend who went through my page and said, nah, you're paying this coach this much for a 1 hour. Why? He said, well, she felt like, the content she puts out there is really good, but she doesn't really look it. So she trusts because she has consumed some of my content. But the friend judged me based on going through my my page. And I'm like, oh my God. She said, Coach, I'm just being honest here. I said, okay, tell me, what would make you believe that that I can deliver results? Ladies, that was how I began to look different. And so I had to take my own pill because I've been teaching personal branding for years. And I say, branding is not for yourself, branding is for your clients. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Branding is not for yourself. Branding is for your clients, the people who actually, would buy from you. So you get the prompt back to know how to put yourself together in your messaging. And this brings the value of the class to 1,260. Now, again, I'm going to give you read my mind messaging cheat codes. These are my AI prompts to help you come up with real messaging that would align with your ideal customers' thoughts. You would be able to join the conversations in their head. And this brings the value of the boot camp to $1,327. Now, I'll also give you my simple launch checklist. It's a checklist. This way you'll be able to launch without funnels, right? All on your own. And this brings the total value of this bootcamp to $1,364. But of course, if all I did was charge you the 1,000, I've had clients who paid me over $10,000 for me to walk them through this framework, right? But tonight you will be getting this at a whole different level, right? Whole different discounted level. You would almost not believe it. Right. Of course, again, I'm giving a fast action bonus to those of you who come in tonight, where I'll be offering you a group coaching session where you can bring your where you get clarity. I can help you review your clarity, your clarity messaging, your framework, your fears, your questions, everything. And I'll help you get clarity very fast. This is my group Q&A confidence clinic with me only for those who come in tonight. After tonight, you can't get in again. So at a value of over $1,000, Your investment tonight is not $1,000, not even 297, not even 497, not even 497. So for today only, you're coming in at just $47. $47. And you can sign up right now at wealthybydesignhq.com/bootcamp. Wealthy www.wealthybydesignhq.com/bootcamp. I want you to go now to the page and sign up, lock down your spots. And once you do, just come here and type "I'm in the chat. Come here and type "I'm in the chat. Now, this bootcamp is specifically designed for you if you're tired of feeling invisible, if you're tired of posting endlessly, if you're tired of feeling confused, if you're tired of low tickets, low energy clients, right? This is for you. This is your moment. This is your moment to take action, because you don't need more hustle. You need clarity. You need packaging. You need positioning. And this is the exact process that helped me and hundreds of women step into purpose, confidence, and premium clients. All right. So for $7, it's not even a decision. It's a case of alignment, right? So click the link, join now, and let's package your brilliance together. Now, here's what will happen after you join. Okay. Immediately you join, you will get a confirmation email, right? And will tell you, okay, now you're in. You get your access instruction. You get a welcome email. You get the bootcamp schedule. You get the materials that will be delivered daily. And then you get your community activation. Now, the next bootcamp is happening on the 24th, 25th, and 26th of this month. That's it. That's next week. No, after this coming week, the upper one, 24th, 25th, and 26th of the month by 12 p.m., the same time of this webinar. Right. So now you've got three choices going forward. Choice number one is try to figure it all out alone again, and you end up with confusion, with frustration, and overwhelm. And then choice number two, you join Tammy and get clarity in 3 days. Okay. You get confidence, direction, and momentum. All right. So you may have some questions, and I'll also look at the chat. If you have questions, let me see your questions in the chat. Please drop your questions in the chat. Awesome. So somebody may be asking, can I join tomorrow? Yes, you can join tomorrow, but I cannot promise you that the current discount for tonight will be available tomorrow. Okay, what date and time is it? It is from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 24th, 25th, and 26th of November. Okay, that is the boot camp. Then you say, oh, the time doesn't work for me. Will there be replays? Yes, there will be replays. You will have access to catch the replay. And then number four, you say, oh, I'm ready. I'm already on a program. When I say join this, yes, you can join this. If your if that program is not currently helping you to monetize your expertise, then this one is for you. Okay, so I would love to take more of your questions. If you have questions right now, please share them with me. Go ahead. Like I said, it's not even a decision. And I would love to know in the chat once you're in, so we can plug your name down for the masterclass. For those of you who are coming in tonight. The link is www.wealthybydesign.hq.com/bootcamp. You can also scan the QR code on the screen. This takes you directly to the landing page. And then once you click on any of the buttons will lead you to the page. So now I'm going to leave a 5 minutes timer for you to ask me any questions you may have about the bootcamp. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, you can always reach us via email, support to the same email address we used to send you reminders about this webinar. So definitely you can use the same one to contact us, right? And we'll also be in touch. Okay. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I really, really, really appreciate your being here. Thank you so much. And if you're also on our support group, we can stay connected there as well. All right. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much and bye bye.